everyone, today I have decided to sit down and go through my current planners and journals with you. I thought it'd be quite a good one to do because I've not really shared what I've been using at the moment, and even though I've got quite a few similar planners and journals that I was using before, I'm definitely not using them all the same way, and I have changed things up a little bit as well. So I thought it'd be quite a good idea to go through what I'm using and how things have kind of changed and how I've adapted to what I need at the moment. I have my little stack of planners and journals and lists. That's kind of where things have changed, but I'll get to that. If you missed my last video, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm having to make some changes in what I'm doing with work and stuff, and it's just been a bit stressful. So I have had a lot of projects, personal journals put on the back burner. I'm going to start with the planners because I feel like those have changed the most. The one that's still the same is my little Kikki.K. This planner is the B6 Kikki.K in a minty blue colour. I was actually sent this anonymously. I don't know who bought it for me, but it arrived in the post with my green cow on the little title thing. It didn't have my name on it, so I don't know where it came from. I still have not figured out the anonymous gifter of this. If you are watching, I am still using it. It is probably my favourite Kikki.K. I obviously have the other B6 Kikki.K that I helped to design when I was on the Planner Insiders team, but I like the colour of this one a lot more. Over the pandemic, we have actually lost Kikki.K in the UK, which is really sad. Like, they've closed down their London shops, the website as well. You can still order stuff from the website, but it'll be coming from Australia, not Europe. So the prices and stuff, and import and tax and all of those things, make it a lot more expensive, which is sad because I love this brand so much. I am glad I kept quite a few of my Kikki.K planners just for that reason, that I know I'm not going to get any new ones anytime soon. But anyway, I use this for my Patreon stuff. I am going to have to change the inserts and stuff in here once I make the changes to my Patreon this month. I think I've shared this before very briefly, but I use this as like a little mood board type of thing. So for each collection I do on Patreon, I add in like my colour palette and the artwork I've done and the little extras I add in the boxes and stuff, and I have a little track record of all of the different collections and the colour schemes, mainly so I can keep an eye on the colour schemes I'm doing and make sure I'm not doing anything too similar each month. And I've got like a big to-do list in the middle for each month, which is helpful. I definitely won't be doing as much for Patreon when I make the changes, so I will have to change these inserts because I did design these myself and print them off. They're very basic. I just made a little chart in Pages, I think, on my laptop, and I added really rubbish cut lines. Like, I don't know how well you'll be able to see. I might have to... Can you see in the top corner there's like a line going down the page? That's my cut line. That's very wonky, but more than anything I made them like a light grey colour, so they didn't stand out too much. But I mainly just made them so I could roughly cut them once I printed them on my A4 printer because I don't have B6 paper. So yeah, it was a bit of a faff, but once I made like a template I can just edit it to whatever I needed. So yeah, this will definitely be shorter. I'll probably only have one page of lists of stuff that I need to do each month, which is reassuring because that's the whole point of making changes, because it's a bit overwhelming at the moment. But this did definitely keep me on track with all the ins and outs of all the little jobs and stuff I had to do for Patreon. Other than that, in here I just have a notes section and a load of spare paper. I've also got things in here like this, which is just literal scribbles on how I cut each of the A4 pieces of card for the washi samples and the twine backings. So I have these that I put in the boxes each month, or have been put in the boxes each month. This is the last month I'm doing these little boxes, so won't be doing any more of these, not anytime soon anyway. But these little bits of card I would cut down from an A4 sheet of card, and I like marked out how many centimetres I would need on each side to get the most of these little cards out of a big sheet of card. This is just basically my Patreon go-to planner. Anything I need to remember goes in here, any ideas go in here, all my mood boards, all my checklists are all in here, so everything Patreon lives here, so I can't lose it. It did take a while to get it together and a lot of like figuring out what I actually needed from the planner to stay on track. That was tedious, but I did it, and now I have this. And now I'm changing my Patreon up again, so more change, woo! In terms of normal planning for like day-to-day stuff, I was using the Passion Planner. Love this thing, still would recommend to anyone. It's beautiful. Like it's this shiny rose gold planner. They do it in different like normal colours, but I went for the rose gold because it's shiny. So yeah, so this, I managed to stay in here until April. Which, if I'm being honest, that's actually kind of normal for me to stay in a planner for about 4 months. I think this is actually one of the longer times I've stayed in a planner. I tend to get to the 3-month mark and then I'm just like, oh, I've lost track of things, I'm not filling it in as often, I'm not like looking at it as often, and it just kind of fizzles out. But I was in here until April. Saying that, I was in here until April, but I wasn't really referencing it or adding things much anymore, and then I just didn't fill anything in. When I was planning in here, I was a minimalist planner, so I just wrote my little things in, highlighted them, colour coded them. It was very helpful when my brain was like, yes, this is working for me. It worked. But yeah, I just kind of fell off of it and didn't use it again. I do still use this, but not for planning. I actually have in the back of here a film and TV series thing that I'm tracking, so anytime I watch a film or a TV series, I write down the date when I finished it, I write down the title, whether it was a film, a series or a documentary series, and then I rate it out of 5 stars, just for the fun of it. And it also kind of prompts me to watch more films and TV, because I have now TV and I've got Netflix, and I don't think I take advantage of that too much, so I do add to that every now and again when I watch things. And also in here I have a remember page which has all of, which again I've not like written them into the planner, they're all on sticky notes that I stuck in because I just would write down like when I worked out font size for postcards or something. Oh, I'm dropping stuff, don't know what that's for. But we'll leave it in there because I'll probably remember at some point. But yeah, when I remember a font size for something I'm designing, I'll write it on a sticky note that's next to me, and then when I'm tidying things up, I'll go through all those sticky notes and work out which ones need to be kept and which ones I don't really need. And the ones that need to be kept, yeah, they're stuck in here. I was writing them out all nice like that. So they all had their little boxes with a little drop shadow and they looked all cute, and I was like, I just need to stick these in here somewhere so they're not lost. So that's pretty much what I use this planner for now. That's my half filled out mood tracker. I decided to use the calendar page for as a mood tracker, so I wrote my little colour codey thing down the bottom of all the different moods, and then I just did a little circle dot on each of the days with how I was feeling, and that's cool to look back on, but I only have 3 months worth of it because, as you can see, April, I just kind of disappeared. Basically, what I'm saying is, love this planner, would recommend, nothing wrong with it at all. It just only worked for my brain for 3 months. But it kept me on track for 3 months. So I managed to, like, I wouldn't have been on track or nearly as on track as I was if I hadn't been planning as a planner. So that's something. So in terms of what I'm using now as a planner, I'm actually using a to-do list. So this is from Oh Deer. I think it came in a Papergang box. I have a whole tub of to-do list pads and notepads, mainly from Oh Deer and from the Papergang boxes because I love them and I just hoard them and I don't want to use them because they're really pretty. But I decided for this week, I've only been using this week. Before this I was just using like a to-do list, like just note paper, and I was just writing down things that need to not be forgotten. So this layout, let me show you a blank one. It has the day split into hours in this column, and then it's got objectives and notes, and then down the bottom it's got like a today I'm proud of thing, which I just don't fill in because it gets to the end of the day and I'm like, okay, we're done. I found that using a daily planner or just planning one day at a time is less overwhelming. Having my whole week laid out in front of me can be a bit too overwhelming at times, so having this, and I bring this into my bedroom as well and leave it on my bedside, so when I wake up I just have to look at this and go, okay, this is what I need to focus on. Forget about yesterday, forget about tomorrow, just this. I've also been using my laptop, which is synced up to my phone. I've been using the calendar app on there just to get everything somewhere that needs to be remembered. I've never really used a digital planner before and it's just been really helpful, and I wish I'd done it sooner. But again, I'm on like early days of using these new planner things together, and in a couple of months time, maybe even 1 month's time, I could be on to the next thing. So we'll see what happens. Notepad and laptop is working for me. I also have my board in here, my magnetic board, which I love it, and the magnets are great and helpful, but it's mainly Patreon stuff, and I'm not doing that Patreon stuff anymore, so I need to change that up a bit. In terms of my journals, these are the only journals that I'm using at the moment. I obviously have a whole bookshelf full of journals, half completed, empty. I was going to include my Smashbook with this little pile, but I have actually decided to pause my Smashbook at the moment. I spoke about it on my last Patreon video where I recorded a Smashbook session, but basically the box of stuff I have to put in the journal, in the Smashbook, it's full of loads of memories, and right now I'm in a very, like, I don't want to say unstable headspace, but like I just don't want to be potentially triggered by something, and I at some point need to go through the whole box and like sort things out, take things out, bin things that I'm not too bothered about anymore. But yeah, it's kind of become a bit of a dumping ground for things that I've collected and I don't want to get rid of, that I've been sent by friends and family. So I just don't really want to sit down to record a Smashbooking session and then be put in a funky mood because I've come across something that I didn't want to see. So yeah, I'm not going to be using that for a little bit. I've just kind of put it on the shelf. It could stay on the shelf for a bit. But I am using these. So the first one I'll show you is this. This is my kind of art journal. I call it my do whatever I want journal. I only show process videos in here on my Patreon. I have shown like some photos of the messes that I've made in here, but they're all just kind of like playing with my stash of stuff, my paints, my doodles that I have, stickers. I turned this one into an art print on my shop. It's just kind of like stuff. So this was a piece of background card that I just liked and it complemented this page quite well, so I just stuck it in. I've not put anything on top of it yet. I might do, I might not. This is kind of just like for playing, like without any sort of direction. I just, when I sit down and do these, I pull out things from my stash and then I just sit down and create, and sometimes I really don't like the outcome and I say that in my videos. I'm like, I don't like it, I don't like what I've made, but here I am with a mess in my journal. But that's the whole point. Like the whole point of this journal is to enjoy the process and be a bit more experimental and play, just playing, especially as the rest of my journals are very, I have a direction with them, like I'm documenting stuff, I know what I want from the end result. I don't do videos on this every single month on Patreon, but I do put it on the monthly poll thing, so the people on the video tier get to choose 2 videos that they want each month, and the 2 top highest voted videos are the ones that I do. I can't actually remember what ones I'm doing this month, but yeah, those creative videos will be up later in the month. The actual journal as well, before I forget, is from Say Nice Things Stationery. They're an independent brand. This isn't actually a like mixed media journal, it's just a notebook, but the paper quality is decent. Like it's quite, it's not like thick, but it definitely holds up well. Like stuff still goes through the pages, but then I just use that as a starting point for another page. So I'm not, it doesn't bother me, but the actual notebooks, as far as notebooks go, very good quality. Highly recommend. These are the other 2 journals I have. These are the ones that most of you will probably recognise. We have my creative journal and my tiny TN. My creative journal is probably why most of you are here, or how you found my channel. My first ever creative journaling video is actually my most viewed video on my channel, so I understand that's why a lot of you are here. But yeah, this is my current journal, like the one that I'm using at the moment. I do only keep one insert in here, and I pretty much just use this cover as a cover, like something to just give it a home. Cover is by Simple Heart. If you've been watching my channel a long time, you all know that I love her TNs. I did have a bit of a de-stash recently and I sold a few of my TNs. I kept all of the ones from Simple Heart. I have been in this yellow one pretty much for the last year or so. I've got a bright pink one, I've got an orange one, a blue one, I have a couple of her smaller ones as well. The little charm I have on it is from my lovely friend Ruth. She runs Kawaii Studios and she hand makes these little polymer clay cupcakes. That's one of her like iconic charms that she does. But yeah, they're just really cute. So I have this little yellow one with a little, it's got a little lemon slice in its head bun. Can you see it? Can you see its little lemon slice? It's very, very cute. But yeah, I just have that on there because I love it. And yellow and yellow. The actual Traveller's Notebook insert is from my lovely friend Ali. She sells a lot of things on her shop. Lots of different paper crafty things, ephemera pieces. She also runs the Crafty Bonbons box with Debbie, which is like a crafty subscription box. So this is my current journal. I have not filled in any of the writing yet. On any of the pages. Actually, I might have filled in one. That's a lie. I might have filled in one page. Yes, I did. Filled in one page. But yeah, I've just been creating my little journaling pages and I will add the writing at some point. I definitely find the writing part more time consuming and tedious. I think it's because a lot of the time at the moment I'm just not in the mood to sit down and write. I did lie, I have actually filled in another page as well with the writing. But I know that once I've got the like stickers and photos and stuff stuck in here, the memory's in there. I just have to look at the photos and I'll be reminded of what the day was about and what I wanted to write about. That's my main priority with this journal, is getting stuff in here so it's in my journal and not just sat in a box waiting. So that's my creative journal. I feel like a lot of my journals and planners and stuff are a bit bland. Like I don't have them super decorated, I don't have them all like paper clips and things in different places. I'm just very minimal with things nowadays. I don't know if that's because I'm not really going to any events, I'm not really doing like the social side of planning and journaling, like I'm not seeing people and getting like loads of inspiration. I'm also not buying loads of new stuff, like I've not got new stuff for my journals in ages. Obviously I get offered to be sent a lot of stuff for free, but I've turned down quite a bit over the past 2 years since I've been back here because it's just overwhelming and like just kind of agreeing to the commitment of creating videos and creating content for these things. Yeah, I've just not wanted to put my time there. So I've just not got many new things because I've not had the money to. So I'm rolling with what I'm using and it's just fine. Like I miss having new things because I love new things and shopping and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm just much more minimal with my journals. Like usually I probably would have things like in these pockets making it pretty, but I just don't. I just do not have it. This just sits on my desk like that and I just take out the insert when I want to use it. Hopefully I'll get back there at some point where I'm able to try new things and buy new things and decorate things more, but for now this is what I'm rolling with and it's fine. My last journal is this little guy. This is my tiny TN. If you went to the big meet in oh my god, how long ago was it? 29? No, it wouldn't have been. Would it? 2019. It was 2019. It was just before I moved back here. Yeah, 2019. You will have got one of these guys in your goodie bag because it's one of the things that we managed to put together as a team for everyone in the goodie bags. Everyone got a tiny TN in one colour or another. There was a few different colours available. It came with a couple of inserts and I think Danny made some stickers, or a couple of people actually might have made some mini stickers for them, and it had a little mini charm and everything. Anyway, this is my one. It's basically a novelty sized version of this. This is a Traveller's Notebook or a TN. This is a tiny version and it's just miniature in everything. Like it's got the tiny elastic, it's got a tiny bookmark, tiny whatever this doohickey is, and inside the inserts are tiny as well. So it's like proper tiny, and it is elastic. So you do put the inserts in there the same way you would a big one. So I did used to do some videos on this on my YouTube channel, but they were just so quick because I wasn't going to sit down and do tons of pages in here because I mean I could probably fill in insert in a video. So I needed a few pages and then the video was really quick and I was just like, it just wasn't the right platform to share this. So recently I started up a TikTok. I say recently, I feel like it might have been in January actually, but I started a TikTok and I was doing little journaling spreads in there. So I created teeny tiny little art journaling spreads using my sticker stash because I have a lot of stickers. These drawers behind me, top to bottom, this, I think it's the middle one. Wait, is that the middle one? Oh yeah, I've got another one there. I was like, wait, where did it go? This middle one, which I don't know where that drawer's gone, but there's a drawer somewhere clearly to fit in there, but this whole middle one is stickers. So all of my sticker sheets, ones that I got from Pipsticks, ones I got from small businesses, ones that I bought, all of my stickers pretty much live in there. I also have this box here that has big sticker sheets in, and I have this box here that has sticker books in it. So I do have a lot of stickers, and a lot of them are small, which is great, and I use them in my journals, like I use them to decorate my pages in my normal size journal. But I decided to go through and use some of them to create some little tiny journaling pages in here. So I just kind of took some stickers, took some paint, and made some teeny tiny journaling spreads. They take no time at all, and I think that's what I love about it. I'm kind of obsessed with miniature things as it is. Like, I will freak out if I see something that's like a miniature version of something else. I have like a teeny tiny shovel in my room. I'm pretty sure it's like from a kid's toy, but it's just so cute. I put it like next to my plants, and it's just, I just love it. I love tiny things. So not only do I find this absolutely adorable, like just look at it, adorable, like there's no other words for it, but it's also actually really nice when I want to sit down and do something creative, but I don't want to do like a whole page in my standard size TN. I just want to do something small, something just a little bit creative, and have like a little finished page at the end of it. This is just really handy for that. Having this miniature journal has just been so enjoyable for me. The actual mini journal is from AliExpress. I'm one of these people that's a bit on edge about promoting AliExpress because I know a lot of things on AliExpress are a bit iffy, especially in the design world and the art world. A lot of art gets stolen, a lot of designs get stolen and made into cheap knockoffs. So I'm always a bit apprehensive about like sharing it on my channel. I do want to do a video on it at some point just to kind of share my opinion and experience of using AliExpress and kind of the do's and don'ts and what to look out for, what to avoid and stuff like that, especially if you're a crafter. Sometimes it's just better off buying the legit version of it and paying a bit more. But you can find cute stuff like this, which are obviously made by more independent brands on AliExpress. I did try and find a link to this exact TN, but they don't do it anymore. It's by a brand called E-Zone. There's like one person, I think, selling only 2 colour variations of this, and it's not the seller that I bought it from, so I'm not quite sure about that, so I'm not going to link it. But there are other versions out there on AliExpress, and they come with the little inserts. In terms of getting more inserts, I know there are Etsy sellers that do miniature versions of TNs. I do want to figure out a way of making them myself, so if I do figure that out I will share a video on it. It's just a little more tricky to find refills for the inserts, but yeah, the actual TN itself, the little cover, the 2 inserts that come with it, that was from AliExpress. So this is my little stack of current planners and journals that I'm using. It's a bit smaller than some of my past videos, but I'm quite happy with it. Like it's enough for me to use and journal in and stay on track with how my brain is at the moment. If you have any questions, as always, you can drop them down below and I will get back to you. I am looking forward to sharing more on like what I'm currently doing. I will have a creative journaling video coming up very soon. I know I haven't been doing as many of those, but I'm getting there. I'm getting back on track. I'm figuring things out, hopefully, anyway. But for now, I'm quite enjoying just kind of casually uploading as and when I feel like it. YouTube doesn't like that, but my brain does, so if you are one of my patrons, thank you so much. Your name will be on the screen now. As I mentioned in my last video, there will be some changes coming to my Patreon. September will be the last month that you will be able to get the Happy Mail packages that I put up on there. I'll be removing those tiers at the end of the month or just before the end of the month, and then it will all be digital stuff that I have on there. So if that interests you, like extra videos, creative videos and collage sheets, early access to my YouTube videos, discounts for my shop, stuff like that. There's a link below to my Patreon so you can go and check it out. I am really looking forward to those changes, just because it frees up such a chunk of time for me that I can hopefully record more videos, do more things, and put my time and efforts into other places. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Daddy long legs on my window. I need to put that daddy long legs out. This is a kind of mint blue. I almost lost my whole pile of planners and journals. I have a table here. I could just use the table. I was writing them out all nice like this. Hello. I wish it would stop focusing on my background. Like, I know it's very pretty and also very messy. I have stuff here that I need to sort at some point today, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I need it to like focus on me. I was gonna lock the focus on my face, but I know I'm like but I know I'm gonna be showing you stuff like up close, so I don't want to lock it. And it's gone again. To be honest, that's a mood. That's me going, oh look at that over there. My camera is just my brain right now. I'm gonna have to lock this on my face because it's doing my nut. Where's my lock? That's my face. Yes. Stay. Did it do it? The first one I'll show you is this. This is my art journaling journal. Duh. Look it. Did I get it? I think I'm in focus. We'll go with that. I can hear my dog. Oh, he can't see you. We can't see you when you're down there. We can't see you when you're down there. Hey, you just want to look out the window, don't you? Have you been a good girl downstairs? She's like, yeah, put me down. The innards of my journal, so the actual... Bless you. Any more? Are you done? Where's my other journal? Okay. It's fine, I found it. It's tiny, so it's understandable that I'd lose it. If you have any questions, as always, you can drop them down below. That was really loud. And I am looking forward to being able to sharing more